Check 1, 2. Hello everybody, welcome to the show. I'm SM Sith Lord and this is the Somnium Space live stream, not just on Twitch, also on YouTube. Welcome everybody, no matter where you're viewing from. It's also on Periscope. I will be lurking in the chat for the Twitch and the YouTube. So that is where I'll be able to interact with people if you want to talk to me while I'm building here. Let me get my stream all set up here. I don't want to hear myself. Okay, we're good. We're good. So this is the weekly build stream. Happens every Friday right here, 9 a.m. Pacific to 11 a.m. I'm building something different every week. Today is a special build on this brand new clean parcel covered in fresh powder snow because it's snowing inside of Somnium now. And the build that I'm doing here is going to be pretty epic. Now, I'm going to try to do it entirely during the stream, so I left it blank here, but I have looked up a bunch of reference pictures of architecture and buildings and rooms that I might incorporate various aspects of into the build here. Now, the build is actually... Oops, wrong mouse. The build is actually pretty substantial. This is going to be the FTX Exchange building. Many of you already know what the FTX Exchange is. This has to live up to the epicness of the FTX Exchange. Going to be difficult to do. This is an extra large parcel though. It's got a good view of city center if I swing the camera around there. So we want a multi-story building here. We want to have meeting rooms, stages, disco party rooms, and various other things. So we're going to want at least 3 major areas here. And I want this building to be tall. And I don't want to rely on an elevator to get you from floor to floor. I want you to be able to walk from floor to floor. So I'm thinking the floors of this building will be about twice as big as a regular floor. We'll have nice glass, letting lots of natural light in. Let's get started here. So let's turn this nothingness into something. We'll start by making a big foundation here, and I'll put a door on it to get scale, because you always want to make sure that you're building something that is appropriately sized for a human. Good way to make sure about that is look at or compare it to the size of a door and to the size of some furniture. Let's say a bed and a couch. Sofas. Here we go. Now we have a bed, a couch, and a door. Got a good sense of scale. I'm gonna use this to kind of base the rest of the stuff off. Now I'm gonna click through some of my reference pictures on my other screen and try to get an idea of what we're gonna go for here. Okay, yeah, let's get some of this. Let's focus on the entry. Thinking through this a little bit. Yeah, okay, let's look at the windows. It's very much a freestyle build here today. However, I have a good idea of the theme that I want. Very headquarters style. So there's going to be a lot of windows like this. And a pretty neat little intro area. So I don't want to lose all my reference stuff because I'm going to have to use that again when I'm getting the size right for a different area of the building. So I'll just throw that over there and we'll focus on this part over here. So I'll just move some of these things out of the way. We don't have to decide exactly where our entrance is going to be because I can still, it's early enough on in the build that I can still move things around. But let's start building the intro here. Now after I start getting a little bit of the entrance shaped out here, I'll be able to talk a bit more about what it is that I'm doing. But talking over an empty lot isn't the coolest thing, so let's get to clicking and build an entrance. In our entrance, we're going to need a door. And I think we'll start with this door, although this might not be the door that I end up on. So this is kind of like blocking it out, except for I'm getting it in a little bit more detail than I normally get in. Because I do have a couple reference pictures that are inspiring me here. Let me go to shapes and make a big old wooden block here. And it will be about 2 stories tall. Looks good. We'll center it up here. The second story. I will not worry about just yet. First, let me get the walls of this building in. And we'll go with a kind of a brickish gray thing. Actually, might want to clone this one, then assign it like this. Okay, center this up. Looking good. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the chats there. Spaces and Butler. Place for social enrichment. You know, I saw a video of an event on the Somnium Twitter the other day that blew my mind. It was a build that somebody made of a Somnium world, and they were touring around it with a whole tour group there. And the people giving the tour were in character. They were narrating. They had live music being performed while the person was narrating in the different areas that the tour group was going through. It was the most interactive kind of art exhibition I can recall seeing. And I recall most of the art exhibitions that I've seen. It was eye-opening for me. Reminded me of the theater of life from that one Bill Murray movie. Okay, got my reference picture back. We're going for some white beams along the side here. The Spy Who Knew Too Little was the name of that Bill Murray movie. I actually looked it up after seeing the video of that Somnium Space event. Okay, so we have framing that is going to be a couple places. One place, yeah, that'll be there, but it's not going to be that tall. It's going to be much shorter. This one will be one there, okay. Beam. This part, I think that I actually want it to be a bit of a bigger foundation. but still essentially at the same place. This thing can get tacked on over there. Put in a little bit. Okay. This. Start continuing our frame border around the top. Now things are going to have to line up a little bit better on this end. I could probably deal with that later though. Line it up to there for now. Okay. And extends out some more. This. The parcel number on this. Hello, everybody new in the chat there. The parcel number, I'll release that in a bit after I'm done with the build. There's actually nothing on the parcel right now, so it wouldn't do much good. But I will be sure to mention the parcel a little bit later on. Supports here. Okay, that's coming together. Not quite. We need some more stuff similar to that over here. And these beams I'm going to carry on into the interior, because yes, we are making the interior also. And this will be kind of the entrance area. Good there. Okay, it's coming together, slowly but surely. We need more glass, we need a floor. Let's make the floor. The second story floor. Check the glass on the second story. I don't think our second story is tall enough. I'm thinking, now that I see the glass on it. It's not tall enough. Unless... It's not tall enough unless this entrance area is 2 stories or 1.5 stories tall. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so the entrance area is 1.5 stories tall. That means that this should be smaller, like this. Yeah, that could do it. That could do it. I'm going to need more floor space in there. Okay. Then I might cap it off with something. Let's see here. Do I want the door there, or do I want the door in the front? I think the door's fine there. Okay, this is looking pretty good for an entrance. We have snow on the ground right now, but there's not always going to be snow on the ground. So I think I'm going to make a flower bed and put some plants and stuff along the edge here. Remember the program tried to make the foundation persistent. You can, persistent foundation. There is a bulldozer button that you can click which adds a flat surface to the bottom of your parcel. That's one way to have a flat surface as your foundation. But you could just make a cube that fits into the parcel perfectly. That also works just as well as as good as a bulldozer foundation. I'm going to make flower bed using a big potted plant, or a big block here. I'm going to make potted plants, maybe minus the pot over here. I think that's what this is going to be. Let's see here. If I made this like green, and then I gave it some walls. So, actually, there's a better way that I can make this thing. Snap that down, change this back to that color, scale this up ever so slightly, and then just move it down. And I have my concrete walls with the grass on top, and with that I could put my plants. Well, there's the potted plants. I actually went trees because we're on the outside still. we go. And on top of all that, I want another foundation. I'm big on foundations. Now we'll expand that bottom foundation as I need to. Okay, we're looking pretty good here. Let's add a light. How's the lighting going to come together here? Thank you very much, Woofer. I don't have too many ideas for the lighting here. I'm going to move on to another area of the building, I think. And after I get some good looking pieces of the building, those will kind of be like the focal points of the build. Then I will move them around, connect them, bridge them together, and detail them out. That sounds good. So there's some other stuff that I thought looked really cool. Let me think. I'll go ahead and delete these things. Move this thing over. And how about we build something new over here? So, we wanted these things for scale. And let's think of a cool new corner to put over here. Start with, we'll start with the height of the floor. We want taller than a normal floor. For this part, do we want taller than a normal floor? Maybe we don't. Maybe for the bottom over here, we want a normal floor, but then for the second story, we want taller than a normal floor. Okay. Now, my main focus is on what's on the second floor here, so I'm not even going to worry about the bottom floor much. I'm going to go straight to the top floor. And the top floor we want to be taller than the average floor. And I might bury those into an additional top thing, okay? Now we want a balcony over here, so this is gonna have to be bigger. Like this. And we want a balcony over here with a dark colored facade. Okay, let me think here. How am I gonna make this happen? Perhaps I'll start with the dark colored facade. Well, it's not really a facade, it's just an overhang. And stretch it out top. good. This thing over there. And we need the, oops, oh yeah, that's right. The wall that's going to start separating this thing from its patio. Okay, and then that wall's going to go across more, but let me get some of these handrails in. You need to have handrails when you have all of these exposed edges. And I'll tell you, a game series that is notorious for not having handrails are Star Wars games. My goodness, they must have a lot of accidental deaths from intoxicated space workers stumbling too close to the ledge. Snap this thing in. Want it to be perfectly aligned over here. There we go. Just about. That's better. One more over here. Let's see here. I want to get the perfect spacing. That's better. All right. You know what? I might end up just stretching these out a little bit. That would fix all kinds of problems. This one turns the corner. Now, it looks like I'm just making the floor on this part of the building extra thick to get this look that I want from the outside. The extra thick floor means that I am going to have to raise up the height of my second story on this side of the building a little bit. But the trick is going to be where it connects to the other part of the building that is at a different height. We're going to need some stairs or something interesting to make that happen. But for now, let's keep getting some of this top story fleshed out. We'll move some of this stuff out for now. Just do something like this. Okay. Now, the balcony is going to turn the corner and have a door. Okay. Let's think this through here. So these could actually just be an extension of this. And this could be as big as it is as needed. Okay. These are going to turn the corner. There we go. That. At least one of these would be near here. That music is some, I'll call it creepy stuff going on in that music. So the balcony's going to go across the corner. Hopefully I can get some real cool lights going on up there, which maybe I'll add in just a moment. We are going to have a hole in the ceiling there that lets natural light through, although it's not going to be the entire thing like it is there. Then we're going to turn the corner. Let's see here. I believe I'm going to turn the corner again. Now, I want to have some kind of privacy when you're standing inside of this internal room. So this wall is not going to be glass. This will be a solid wall there. And something maybe out here. That'll turn us back into the other building. But I'll need to add a door somewhere because you don't want to have to walk all the way around. So the door will probably be right there. Or after you walk in. Could work. Okay, we're getting there. Click save. Making some progress here. So this is going to be a sort of meeting room. Probably want another one of these. Okay. These two things will be bridged together. We also want a third story. So, I think how I'm going to tie these things together. I might be making a third facade kind of piece before I start actually tying things together. And I can't forget about what it's going to look like at nighttime. Lights. The colors. The colors of the FTX exchange. Thought I had reference pictures here. Oh yes. They're bluish, tealish, with a little bit of red. I can handle that. Looking good. The face tracking, yeah, this is actually a Snapchat filter. It's awesome. It's like having a VTuber with unlimited animations, and the whole range of emotions are there. It reminds me of Ratatouille. One day, soon, they're not even going to need animators for Ratatouille. They'll just have somebody go in there and does a lot of facial expressions, get motion tracked, which they kind of do already. Okay, look at some more reference pictures. A boardroom kind of deal. I want to get into there. We already got some nice intro facades. Stairs. I was thinking of having some serious stairs in this build. So serious that they could be like the focal point of stuff. Maybe. Okay. We're looking pretty good. There's a couple more architectural elements that I want to be sure to get in. I'm going to try to work them in onto one of these sides over here, I think. Because we are lacking some details from the sides. And the architectural piece I want to get in will quite possibly tie into the third story that I've been mentioning. It involves poking out here, maybe a little bit deeper, in a sort of U shape. Oops. I will be knocking down this and turning it into some... interesting. Into some windows, but I want to get an idea what the main shape will be like. Don't quite yet know what the elevation will be on this left wing. We'll call it the west wing. And I'm not sure if there's going to be a roof terrace or an enclosed third story. But let's just keep focusing on the structure at this point. Okay, I'm going to take a look at some more reference pictures. Okay, I should think of stairs. Stairs are going to be a bit of a focal point in a 3-story build. So I'm going to make some stair prefabs. I don't think we need these reference objects, but these could still come in handy. So I'll just move them over here right now. And let's take a look in here at some stairs. So here's a trick that I've learned about stairs. First of all, now that we do have something coming together, I'll talk a little bit about why I'm doing some of the things the way that I'm doing them. We're on an extra large parcel here. We're in a shared single instance persistent world here. So even though right now we only see the build that I'm putting on this one parcel, there's going to be builds in all these other parcels, potentially all of them. So there could be a whole city around here. And in order to keep performance running nice and crisp, each parcel can only have so much stuff built on it. Now, the measurement of stuff on your parcel is called parcel credits, and that's what this meter is on the bottom left. Extra large parcels can have more stuff on them than any of the other type of parcels other than an estate, which is like multiple extra large parcels. So here on this extra large parcel, we have 850 parcel credits to work with. Now, remember, those are like performance credits. So things like shapes, they only cost 1 credit because they're not very performance intensive to render when people are walking around. If you have something like a live stream video or a pre-recorded video or moving lights or flashing neons, Those all take a different amount of parcel credits, more than shapes, but because they are more intensive to render. So I have to optimize by making sure that when I position a light, I get the most out of it, because I don't want to position 100 lights. I want to position a handful of lights and get the effect of 100 lights out of that handful. That's what the optimization is about. So it's not coming into play yet. I'm way down here at 127 out of 850. But by the time I get to the end of this build, I'll be happy that I was thinking of it early on. Now, let's get to the stairs. Now I'm going to build some stairs using some tricks that I have learned over the years. First of all, I've learned that a ramp can be comfortably walked up if it's 2 clicks, 2 snaps of a grid rotation. So this slope here is a nice, comfortable slope to walk up in game. That's the slope that I want for my stairs. Maybe I'm going to leave it as a ramp instead of making the actual stairs, but either way, we're going to want to have this kind of slope underneath it. I do need a chair. No, we'll need one of these and one of these for scale. All right, I was making tiny stairs. I don't want stairs that skinny. Let's make the stairs a little bit wider. Maybe 2.5 times the size of an actual door. Cool. Okay, I'll move this thing over. And now, take this, snap it down like this, 2. We will rotate it, 180, snap it over there. Whoops. This thing, I want it to be like that. There. Try to scale it to the perfect width. I could type in the numbers, but I think if I just eyeball it, I will get pretty close. Yes, indeed. Okay, now this needs to be down there. I like it. And it could be longer. And we went up more than a door's height. Almost. That's not quite high enough. We need to go higher. So how are we going to go higher? Well, this could go like that. Then it could be moved back some. This could be extended some. Like this. Whoops. No, not like that. Like this. Snap that in. Okay, that even looks cool through the window. So that could be our passageway up to a 2nd story. Now remember, this area here is not 2 stories, it's 1.5 stories. You're not meant to be standing up there. It's based on the reference picture, the real building. It just had an extra tall area there. But after there, you will be able to walk around somewhere, perhaps on this side. if we raise up the whole thing, we're going to need some steps coming into the front. So I don't know if that's the route that we'll go. But hey, we're still getting stuff together here. I wanted stairs. I got some very rudimentary stairs going on here now. And they could be double switchbacks like that, where you walk up the stairs and then you either get off here or you keep going up. And if you keep going up, you get to the third story eventually. Don't know if that leads, if that's too good there. Okay, anyways, we got some stairs going on. So let's see here. I think it's time to make some more interior focal points. We have some architectural exterior focal points, like the entrance here, like that weird thing that goes up like that. This is gonna look cooler after I add some lights in this wing, the west wing. But how about the inside? So I'm going to make a pretty detailed conference room, I think. And I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it yet, but I'll figure that out after I have it. Let's do it. Let's get some lights in here for this conference room that we will just build over here for right now. I almost made a conference room for ants. We got to make sure we have enough room in here. Okay, now how big is a normal table? Because I'm going to make a massive table. So let's go to furniture. Let's go to the tables. It's the biggest table we got by default. It'll be something like this. How can we turn a regular sized table into a massive table? Well, first let's put some chairs against it. Make sure that looks the way that we want. These big old chairs? Sure. Okay, so that's a good height for a table. I want our table to be almost twice as wide as your normal table would be. Almost twice as wide though, not completely twice as wide. And twice as long as your normal table would be. I think more than twice as long as your normal table would be. Now for chairs, we would be putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from what I'm looking at in my reference picture. If we had a table that big, it would look like this. Okay. Okay, now I want this table to be awesome. So let's put another shape on top of it. And we'll put it with wood texture. Now I gotta ask myself, is it really gonna make my table that much more awesome to put one piece of wood going over the whole thing? It might not. but it might. So let's give it a try. I think instead of one block going over the whole thing, I'm gonna do like strips across it. Yeah. Okay, let's stretch this thing out. Click around a little bit. Oh, I just had a neat idea that can make this look like a good conference table. It's going to have a cloth draped over it and draped down the sides, imperial style, except for instead of the imperial colors, which could be either, now that I'm getting into the imperial colors, either blue and black or red and black, because the first order was more red than blue. We're going to go with the FTX colors, which I'm going to try to color match a little bit here. So let me do this. FTX logo. I'm going to spawn the FTX logo and try to match up the colors. I do want to make sure I'm getting the most recent version 1. Okay, that's the most recent logo. There it is. And I'll save it over to my shared drive using my other computer to save this thing. And then I go over here and just spawn it as some media. Ooh, 2 things, actually. Okay, that logo was almost good, but not quite. I want to make sure that I get a logo that is the right aspect ratio for what I'm doing here. So, I have to get a perfectly square logo. I can do that. Hang on. It's a Unix system. I know this. It's harder than I thought to get a perfectly square logo. You know what I'm gonna have to do is make my own. I could do it. Open up Photo Impact. I'm gonna make my own perfectly square version of this logo so I can get the colors correct. I'm gonna use the logo elsewhere in the build, but for the colors, I want these draped cloths to match up. So I will open up thing that I have in my shared folder. Sort by date modified. Oh look, it's already square. Perfect. Okay, so I could just upload that. Bam. Cool. Apply it. Awesome. Okay, so that's going to help me when I try to recreate the logo out of neons. But for right now, I want those colors. And it's blue and red. We can go either form of imperial colors that we want. So let me center this up. Push it very close to the edges. Okay, and then on the edges, we want it to turn and go down. Not all the way to the ground though. But pretty far. Cool, now it looks like a little tablecloth going across the middle. It also covers up the seam that we had where the tables were touching each other, and it makes the tables look unique. I kind of want it to drape down a little bit more. We get to keep all the cool legs from all the tables too. And these tables, they were only 1 parcel credit, I believe. so it's okay to leave them in there. Okay, now we want to have either some neons or just the colors. I think the neons. We're gonna put one neon right in the middle that's the blue color. Okay, so before I make this neon that's the blue color to put in there, I'm gonna make the logo with neons. And we're gonna use this huge somewhere, probably on the exterior of the building, maybe in the foyer if there's gonna be a multi-story exposed interior area. But for now, I'm just gonna make it over there. To make things easier for myself, I'm gonna scale this up. Scale this up until the default block size is about the correct size. Almost. Okay, now let's try to get these colors matching. Ooh, there we go. Want the one next to it. Okay, and I figured out a couple mathematical things about the logo that will help me more accurately reproduce it. First of all, everything seems to be based off of a grid. These two colors should be more similar. That's better. Everything's based off of a grid. Now I used two objects here when I really could have just used one object that was twice as big. So this one, if I just made this axis scale 2, and snapped it over here, then I could delete that and it would be the same shape. For this one, if I just made this one scale 3, snapped it over here, it'd be the same shape as what I had before. Okay. There we go. Let's take one of those colors and apply it to that desk over there. We're gonna go with the blue, this blue, the top blue. Now the cool thing about the neon is it glows in the dark. So I have a light above the table right now, but even if I don't have a light above the table in the final product, we're still gonna have the glow. Slick, okay. Wooden table, doesn't look bad. I like the wooden table. Let me take a look at more of my conference room reference pictures and decide what the next step's gonna be. A projector screen, a cool ceiling. Oh yeah, we're not even near done here. Okay, let's do the cool ceiling. I think we're gonna go with the grayish blue, if I can pull that off. I don't know if I can pull it off. Maybe we'll just go with gray. We're going to have a multi-piece ceiling in here. Okay. Let me think here what the best way to go about this will be. I think what we need is something like this. I want to make recessed lighting, but I don't want to actually bury a light into the ceiling to do it. So like that song by, I believe it was Seether, you gotta fake it if you don't belong. I'm gonna fake it. I'm gonna fake recessed lighting in a super optimized way. Hyper optimized, whatever is 1 degree lesser than super optimized. There. Now that Seether song is going to be stuck in my head. Fake it if you don't belong. Fake it if you're out of direction. Oh. Okay, then we'll make it wide. Not that wide. We'll make our invisible light, oops, span the whole recessed area without poking through the top. And there we go! Now it kind of looks like the light is being emitted from our recessed lighting, even though that's just a visual thing. We could do with a little bit of expansion here, and let me actually take the whole thing up a little bit. That. Now, is that centered? That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, it looks pretty centered actually. Need this to be higher. Okay, we're looking good here in our boardroom. We want to also have some really cool windows and a projector screen of some sort. I think I'm going to put the actual website to the FTX exchange. Now, should I put the .us site? I think so. No, it's just ftx.com. And then it will direct me to the correct site. No. I'm not sure which FTX site I should put in here, so I will put the ftx.com site. And we can change that as needed. Okay, yeah, so that's just talking about the difference between ftx.us and ftx.com. I'll just put .com for now, because it's not only people in the US that will be accessing this space. This will be my projector type thing. Okay. Let's see here. This boardroom could go in this area over here, potentially. Maybe. Is that area big enough? Not quite. Not remotely. So it's not going to go into there. We'll keep it over here in this wing somewhere. But let's continue working on it to make it look awesome. How do I duplicate and get the pieces to stay around the piece connected to? Okay, so here's a couple builder tips. To snap an object that you create or any other object, it is, let me just spawn a shape here. You hold down V, and then it's going to snap to whatever vertex your mouse is closest to, and you can snap that to however you need. So here I'm snapping the bottom aligned, here's top aligned, that, and that's holding down V to do that snap. Now, what I do often is I create something and then I clone it. So here's something that is a certain shape and size. Instead of creating a new one, I'm just going to clone it, snap it right back on top of this one. So now there's like two objects occupying the same space. Then I can move this one up or down to be aligned on that axis, but a different up and down value, or side to side to stay aligned on the height, but a different side to side value. So a lot of duplicating, which is Control D, by the way, and then snapping it into place and then dragging it along one vertex or one axis so it stays aligned on the other two axes. Axes? Aziz, light! I love Fifth Element. All right, this is coming together well. We have a light. We got the projector wall, but we're gonna need some more awesomeness happening in this boardroom. Okay, how about for the floor of this boardroom? And the boardroom is probably not going to be on the ground floor either. Meeting room, boardroom, that kind of deal. Okay, save. We're gonna have some cool cabinets, gonna have some places with pictures and some beam lights, perhaps. We'll see how things come together with optimization. We have this giant logo. This building needs to start taking shape. This giant logo could do well right in the front. We want to let massive amounts of natural light into this building. So I'm just trying to envision what the roof of this thing is going to look like. rather the ceiling. I'm sitting down now. We're still in camera frame. Experimenting with some roof structures here. That might not be bad. That might not be bad at all. Let me tinker around a little bit more with this. Oh man, this might work out. Okay, we have the exposed foyer that has natural light coming in, as long as I can pull a roof off that looks decent, but you can see the logo on the inside too. That's cool, because otherwise the logo's gone as soon as you come inside the building. Alright, it's coming together as a massive structure. That's good. We need to make sure that we utilize something on each floor level of this thing. And I need to figure out something for the ceiling to let the natural light in. Okay, let's experiment with some giant windows. Over here. Maybe we could carry some of these elements in. We have the wood, which looks nice, and we have the blocks, which look pretty nice. One of these beams ain't like the other. It's this one. And this one. Well, hey, they're symmetrically different then. I said that word real weird. There we go. Okay, in the actual reference picture, this was the entrance, not this. And this is the entrance is starting to make more sense because this is a major entrance. Maybe I could leave the door there as like a side thing, but I think that the major entrance should be through here, and then you walk in to the foyer. Over here, we're gonna have to work some how this looks. Now I need to start thinking about how these things are going to come together. Also, what this part of the building is going to look like. Look how snowy the mountains are off in the distance. Wow. Super snowy in Somnium right now. Okay, so the entrance is kind of coming together. Just got to add details. This area looks pretty good. I should focus on this area because it looks pretty good, but it's not quite there yet. So let's get it there. Perfect. Put some columns underneath this and catch up on the chat a little bit. Good, thank you, thank you. Does it mean FTX is listing queue? I don't know. Sounds like a possibility. Sith Lord, I wrote. Oh, you wrote for the Somnium Times. Awesome. Yeah. If you want to DM me some questions, it might take me a couple days, but I could respond with some answers to your questions, especially if it's like tips about using the builder here. I have a lot of experience with that. I will be happy to answer any questions. Let me get these braces in. Good. I am going to want some rails on this, but I haven't decided how intense I want my rails to be yet. But for sure, to avoid the kind of lawsuits that the Death Star gets with its lack of guardrails, we want some guardrails. At least up here. These work out pretty good up here. All right. We'll see what I do for the ramps, but having the guardrails, at least at the turnaround, is a great start. Also want some guardrails I think. Now, I don't know if this is going to turn into a walkway that you could actually walk through. But for now, we'll probably want some of these up here. The guardrails for the rest of the upstairs part, I don't know if I'm going to be using the same kind of things. Perhaps not. We shall see. Okay, how about some pillars? Holding up some of these things. Not sure if these are the pillars that I want to go with. I might make custom pillars. Although these don't look like the worst. And they're only 1 parcel credit, as they're so optimized. This isn't coming together because I have not finished thinking through what the top story is going to be. I see. So down here I'm thinking the bottom part could be a sort of an art gallery with pictures hung on the wall that you check out from here. The boardroom should probably be elevated. And perhaps that will be the pathway to get into this west wing that I had planned out. Perhaps something like that. Okay, we're gonna need something for a wall on this side. Although we probably want some big windows also on this side. You lost yourself along the way. Oh, actually, no, that's perfect. Okay. Now these two need to be unstretched on the y-axis. And this one too. Okay. Coming together. Is this official? I believe that it is. Now, that's not to say that the FTX exchange is just going to have this building forever on their parcel, but this will be the starting point for it, for whatever changes and renovations it may go through. And I'm hoping to get some good stuff in this parcel, so it's going to be a really good starting point. In addition to the meeting room, there's going to be a party area, which maybe I'll put on the roof of one of these sections. There's also going to be an art gallery. So there's like three main areas that I have planned for this: the art gallery, the meeting area, and the party area. And I want to throw in some extra stages for maybe larger events. So the meeting area is good for smaller events, but for larger events, you'd want to have like a stage up top with people in the pit down below. And hopefully we could figure out some way to have that happening in this parcel also. Lost self-esteem along the way. Yeah. Looking good. Do I want another one of these to top off this corner? Probably not. Yeah, because that wouldn't be symmetrical now, would it? Now, how about if I added a symmetrical brace? I don't think that would cut it either, because it would dig so far into my actual space. You know what? Maybe that's okay, because I wanted shelves. Okay, so this thing on the right-hand side might be okay. Okay, there's where I put my shelves. $15.45. $15.45. Okay.
I'm not sure about that, but I have to have it posted. The new hall is in Parcel. Friday, I remember I'm sick. Anyway, give me a bit.
I might go for stairs over here, going up to this meeting room, and I still have to figure out the details of how that meeting room is going to come together. One of which is the glass. Let's get the glass in there. Make sure that I did not damage my lighting when I did that. I didn't. We're good. Good. Okay. Now stuff's really starting to come together. Now, I would like to let some natural light in through that wall. Now, I don't know if putting the logo there is going to cut it, especially because when you look at the logo from the wrong side, it's not the correct logo anymore. This is the correct logo. So... There are too many logos now because you can kind of see the one on the inside from certain angles, but not many. Let's see how it comes together here. Maybe being able to see that other logo from here is all that we need. Well, you can't see from here. You can see that one though. I don't know. We'll leave it there for now. Let's get some glass in here. Normally I'm doing a 2-hour stream here, but this stream is going to take longer than the normal 2 hours. Let's keep pushing through here until we get something good. Easy peasy. Speaking of easy peasy, I can't believe that Counter-Strike did not win Best Competitive Game Tournament for last year at the Game Awards. OMG, come on. Was the last event not qualifying for that category or something? Because the last Counter-Strike Go tournament was in person, which was a big deal because everything was like remote LAN for the COVID tournaments. But they actually had an in-person tournament just recently, like a week ago. And they get snubbed at the Game Awards. Come on. League of Legends? Who plays League of Legends besides millions of people? Okay, now I'm doing something really weird, and I'll explain what I'm doing. I'm actually copying and pasting too many objects, and then deleting one of the extra objects for the sole purpose of positioning this top cube relatively the way that I want. So by cloning these two objects, and then I snap this one to where I want it to go, then I just delete one of the extra copies there, and I have a perfectly aligned cube. If I didn't do that, I would have a lot of trouble aligning this because I'd have to snap it over there and then move it over here, and then I have to eyeball it for where to position it. I don't want to eyeball it, so if I select both of these and I snap the bigger group and then I delete that one, it's perfect. Okay, things are coming together slowly but surely. I still have about 300 parcel credits to go through. Haven't added much media in there yet. Still getting this base structure down. And this is a serious base structure. Okay, so you come in the entrance. The art gallery is down here against the wall and in this area here. The meeting room is up there. We still need the party area. And I think that's what this is going to be. This wing that we started planning out early on. Now, should this be taller is my question. If it's taller, we're going to need a bigger ramp to get to it. So perhaps it doesn't need to be taller. Now, if it's not taller, the space underneath it isn't going to be usable space. That's why I'm positioning these things in here, and I'm going to be trying to size this thing out a little bit to get a sense of what we can use it for. This looks like a little bit like that stage that I wanted. Interesting. Now, if I throw a pile of speakers into that area underneath the stage, then we're in business. But I won't jump to there just yet. I'll continue doing what I'm doing. And that is trying to realize this area into something more than it is now. I want this to be the party balcony kind of deal. Where you can stand up here. Because remember I was saying earlier, you'll want a place where, for large events, where you're able to stand up at an elevated area and address the crowd. I think that this is it right here. Not only will you address the crowd down there, you'll address the crowd up there, standing on the other stories too. Making me think of Master Shredder's address area in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie from the 90s. Kind of specific, but that's what I'm feeling here. Woof. My dog's going crazy. Okay, looking good. Let me shrink this down and get it where it needs to go. Okay. Save. Now, most of these areas are doing all right. Have not figured out what I'm going to do for the wall here. I know that I need to let a lot of natural light through it though. So maybe I should try addressing that right now. I'll throw a big old piece of glass at it. That'll let some light through. Okay, almost ready to add some neons to this thing. Start making it look fresh. Maybe we'll go right in the middle. Oops. That's my desktop wallpaper. Oh man, I pressed some kind of hotkey that just changed my entire desktop. I don't know what hotkey that is. Oh no! There. What happened to all the apps that I have open? Wow. Excuse me 1 second as I search Google for what hotkey I just pressed. It had something to do with the left and right arrow in the Windows key, maybe. If anybody in the chat knows the hotkey to cycle between desktops, that could save me a little effort here. I'm building in Somnium space once I figure out how to get back into the desktop where all my windows are open. Let's see, Windows 10 cycle desktops hotkey. Wow. Virtual desktops. Short. Here we go. Windows shortcut. Windows key tab. There we go. Desktop. Whew. All right. All my stuff's back. I knew it was there. Even though I never used that feature I have of Windows, I have heard of it. Okay, so we're looking good. We're letting lots of neon in. Let's add, or we're letting lots of light in. Let's add some neons and some light. Right here would be a neat place for blue neons, I think. And let's try to match the blue neons that we have at the bottom of the logo. And How about some red neons? And we want the neons that we're adding to penetrate on into the inside of the building as well in some of these cases, if not all of these cases. Let's take the red glow that we have from the logo and try to make it glow through this pillar on both sides. This looks pretty good. I think that I only want this one here. Now that trick that I did earlier about snapping more pieces than I actually need, I'm using that again to put these glows exactly where I want them. Oops, that wasn't exactly where I wanted it. Ooh. Can't put that glow exactly where I want it without moving this a little bit. Let's move this a little bit. There we go. Okay, maybe we need to go more like this style. And that could be the party area. Okay. If we go more like that style, then this should be brought down a little bit. In fact, that could go away, and we could just use this thing. Some jazzy music going on there. Okay, that's looking pretty good there. This is no longer good. That's almost more like it. I think that's too much. No, that's just right. Okay. And this one doesn't need to go any bigger. Let's put it where it is. There, you walk into the entrance of the party area. Let's see if we can add a neon support beam to this thing. Neon support beam. Oh, blue? Yeah, we could try some blue. Hey, that just might work. Now, I could just cap it off right there, but I think if I carry those neon cords across the top, it's going to decorate the inside too. So let's see if I can do that. Of course I can. There we go. Also, I kind of want the neon to go across the front of this thing too. And we're going to have so many blue neons, it would only make sense to have a neon light in there somewhere. I do have to adjust the height of all these props sitting there too. I think that I want the neon here. All right, there we go. That will be the party area. I have to be pretty careful though because there's only 50 parcel credits left to decorate the party area in addition to everything else. It's not a lot, so let's figure something out. Something that looks good and uses only a few parcel credits. I'm going to start optimizing pretty soon because I still want to put a whole bunch of art into here. Which means I actually have far fewer parcel credits left open than I mentioned a second ago. Dance floor texture, we'll save it as a JPEG actually. Shared. Media. Upload from PC. Shared. Apply. There we go. Now we have the fully lit purple dance floorish texture that I'm going to apply here. And we got to make this thing a little bit more epic. It only takes 5 parcel credits to spawn crypto art, which is not a lot. Videos and websites are far greater amount of Parcel credits. I have a website spawned in here. So when we start optimizing, when we continue to optimize, that may need to go. If I want to have lots of room left over for dance floors and the like. We do want some big old speakers. Oops. Here, load from PC. Speakers. Clone that, and I'll move my clone to occupy the same space. I'll apply a default texture to my clone, and I'll apply a darkish texture to it there. I'll scale it up ever so slightly. Oops, I was scaling it down. Okay, then I'll move it back some so we have the face of the speaker. And look at that, we got some big old speakers now. So let's move this over here. Make them even bigger. What good is the dance floor if there's not big old speakers right next to it? I ask you. Yeah. Okay. We do have a couple of big old speakers there now, but I think we need a couple more. Okay, this area is looking good. I can't get too wrapped up in it though. I need to spread out the detail over the rest of the parcel. So, the art gallery area. So we have a meeting room, we have a dance floor, we have some sweet entrances everywhere. We got 3 floors, but we need the art gallery. And we don't have a whole lot of parcel credits left for lighting to light this art gallery. Well, when you spawn images, whether they're blockchain images or otherwise, they show up fully lit. I was just thinking I need to pack this little hole in here. Is this the way that I want to do this? It might not be. I probably want to do it like this. Let's see here. We need more light by the gallery. I don't want to take the light out of the meeting room though, because that is pretty important. So I have 2 lights over here, and I have a light out here in the front. Light in the front is pretty important. Perhaps this light. Okay, here's the logic behind this. This light isn't doing too much. It is lighting the black thing up there, though. That's a little important. Well, let's move this thing out of the meeting room and see what we could do for now. Or actually, maybe we could move this. We'll move the meeting room light for now. Oh, wait, actually, we could, if we take out the website, because that might be an image anyways, then we can keep the light up there and put a light down here. We still might need to optimize more later on. It'll get us something to work with. Okay. Let's save and get some placeholder art in here. So I'm gonna go to Giphy. I'm gonna see what Giphy thinks when I type in blockchain. The dog. None of this is good. How about we search cyber? That's better. So these are just placeholder images. There's a cool car. There's a cool face. Let's get this car in there. Copy image link, spawn as in media. These are placeholder images because they're not spawned from the crypto wallet. They're just spawned from Giphy. Now, the trick is to get as much art in here with as few, but still make it look good with as few shapes as possible. So I'm going to try to grab a shape of this shape, a shape of this shape. And we'll squash it down, and I'll rotate it 90 degrees. And I'll blow it up, and I'll squash it down a little bit, not too much actually. Just the little shadow will be neat. Throw it against the wall. And I was thinking of continuing the art gallery underneath the walkway there. And I think that'll work out fine. So let's do that. One more could go right there. That's not bad real estate. Okay, now we're looking good, but I need to guide people through the crypto art. So using these last few shapes, I think I'm going to make a type of runway. So people understand where they're expected to walk. And I can sink this runway down a little bit. Not too much. Looking good. I only have 6 more parcel credits left. I kind of want to knock this window down and build a different entrance with those 6 parcel credits. I think so. So quickly, let's click on some stuff here. Okay, now we just need to build the door. And we will try to use a neon in the entrance, or maybe an image to try to attract some attention to it. Okay, we need to have a neon in here regardless. We need to draw people in with this neon. And I need to make sure that we got good steps getting in. It's pretty good. We need one more. Just in case. So let's move it down a little bit, scale it up a little bit, and we'll have our step. All right, move it down, move it out, and move it down a little bit more. And we're looking good. Except for that little area that we need to patch up. Because the grass came onto the inside. Okay, we'll patch it up so it looks cool. Do something like that. Okay! There it is! This was a 3-hour build this time. But we got the things that we wanted in there. I have just placeholder images in there for all of them. It's the same placeholder image. So let me just grab some different placeholder images real quick. Copy image. Okay, we're good. Those are just placeholder images anyways. So here is the headquarters fleshed out, FTX, got some of the colors in there, got the rooms in there that we wanted. Should look really good on web. I'll go in there and adjust the parcel elevation. Now, the parcel number that this is built on, as somebody asked earlier in the stream, is parcel number 565. And soon you will be able to go to that parcel and do it. Maybe there'll be some more happening on this parcel in the upcoming days off stream. But for now, this is how it's looking. We actually used up all the parcel credits, so optimization will occur if we're going to go do anything else. But you got the FTX headquarters building. It's positioned neatly at parcel, what did I say, 565? I should have typed it out. So you can come check it out in world, and you can also check it out on web in a little bit. Okay, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me. That was it's usually the 2-hour build stream. It was 3 hours today. But awesome, big, special build here for the FTX headquarters. Hope you all enjoyed it. Somebody said they were going to hit me up in DMs for some questions about editing tips. No problem. Shoot those over to me and I'll get back to you within the next couple days. I got to run. I'll see you all next Friday right here on twitch.tv/Somnium Space. Be sure to pick up your awesome Somnium Space swag like my VTuber avatar has here. And in case you're wondering, my VTuber is Snapchat, using a Snapchat filter on something called Snap Camera. All right, everybody. Peace out.